there's lots of different types of breathing when you get into yogic practices. Alternate nostril breathing, I think, is one of the most popular common ones. So we can always do that on a different day. But I like stair step. It's a little bit different than I think sometimes people expect, but still can be done quickly. It can be done in tandem with other practices. It can lead into other breath work or with visualization if you're working on intention setting, goal setting, that sort of thing. Or if you just want to, like you like flushing out the mind, this is definitely like a, let's calm the monkey brain and wayward thoughts and just kind of ground down and center, if that makes sense.
I like it.
Yeah. And I like it too because you can do it upright and lead you into just a sitting meditation and you meditate. So this, if you're like struggling to meditate and focus, this can lead into that. You can also do it when you're just tired. You can lie down, you can do it in bed, you can do it in a variety of ways, sitting in a bus, I don't know, nobody has to notice. So make sure you're sitting up tall for now, since we are seated. Hands can be palms down or up, it's totally up to you, but make sure that your shoulders can be relaxed down and back. And start just by finding a few deep breaths. You can soften your gaze past the nose tip or close your eyes if you like that inward sort of sense of focus. And I mentioned visualization or goal setting. I am going to do a little visualization.
No, absolutely. I would love that. I think it's perfect. Yeah.
But I'm going to have you sit, as I just cued you into. Find that internal focus and just a steady breath for now. And I'd like you to imagine calm strength. Now this could be an image, a place. It could be a sensation in your body. It could be a color. Maybe even sound. Or if nothing particularly strikes you, simply the words, calm strength. Take a nice deep breath in, and a big breath out. You'll start to take small sips of air through the nostrils, about a second per sniff, filling the belly, filling the ribs, until you reach the top of that inhale. And when you reach the top of your expansion, pause, retaining the breath, and remember whatever your image or sense of calm strength was. Picture it now. And when the body cues you that it needs to exhale, take a slow, smooth exhale through the nose. Empty out completely. And then inhaling again with those small sips of air. Almost imagine a balloon floating upward, pausing at the top, invoking that calm strength at the pause through attention. And as you need to, a slow, steady slide out through the nostrils, emptying completely. Now we're going to take that and reverse it. Breathing in slowly and smoothly through the nostrils, fill up belly, ribs, chest, pausing at the top. Inviting that calm strength into your mind's eye. This time, slow sips of air out on the exhale through the nostrils. Until you feel completely empty. And you have to take that slow, smooth inhale to fill up to the very top again. Pause, invoking, inviting in your calm strength. As you need to exhale, this time with those small sips out through the nostrils. This time, when you start to inhale, slow sips up. I know. To the very top, we're almost through it, I promise. Pause, retain. Invite that energy, feel that energy. Slow sips out, down as you need to. again. When you start to inhale, slow sips up. Like those puffs of air lifting your imaginary balloon. And at the top of the vista, taking in your calm strength, being calm strength. Until you take one last time, slow sips down and out. One more inhale, small sips, we're almost there. Fill up to the top. Invoke your calm strength. And finally, a slow, smooth exhale. Let it all go. Taking a natural breath in. Breath out. And taking these few moments, breathing naturally, softly perhaps, calmly. Sitting with your feeling and energy right now in this moment. Whenever you're ready, fluttering open the eyes, coming back to the real world. How did that feel?
It was a bit challenging.
Yes.
Because especially like switching over between the two.
And when you don't know what's happening,
Yeah.
there is a level of power of the lungs that you have to get used to. You know, like we do similar exercises in choir warm-ups, like strengthening that. It's a muscle, the diaphragm and the expansion open. But it does get easier when you know what you're doing. And we did a simple 2-2-2 round, right? Okay. 2 inhaling up and then smooth. 2 inhaling up, smooth, and then exhale. Totally, and then both together. And that's where, with beginner students, sometimes I have them lie down and put a hand on the belly hand, you know, at the solar plexus, and that helps them feel that kind of full deep breath down. So you're doing a lot of things with this breath. You're teaching some like full deep breathing, because if you're a chest breather, you're not going to make it very far. You know what I mean?
And so it is in the belly.
So filling the belly, but also the whole lungs expand. Sometimes I feel like belly breath, we get so focused right here that we forget, like, hey, we can expand into the back, we can expand into the sides. So it's just a full breath. So as much space as you can create, and it's much more here than it is here.
But it's okay if it comes here a little bit?
Yes, and that's towards the end, right? If you're expanding fully and like getting to that very top, then it starts to lift into there, absolutely. But if it's only up in here, that's where I take somebody on their back and let's do some belly breathing, just circular, without even needing sips. Some people find it constricting, but some, like, I don't know, how did your energy feel? I know it was challenging physically.
Oh, it was good though. I did get into like the calm strength, and actually I do want to build upon that before we finish up, because there's a concept I'd like to share with you too. But no, it felt good.
And you can use other visualizations. Sometimes a person's working towards, you know, peace or healing, and then that's the image that you want to convey, sort of thing. So, lots of things you can do with them.
My question with you, what would be your image for calm strength?
Oh, I haven't been asked that in a long time. I think it's changed. When I've done, like, a long time ago, I think, it's probably not the same, but I think I used to picture like a statue, think like, you know, the cliffs in Ireland where like no matter the waves crashing against, there was like this like almost like a tigress warrior-esque statue that was unmovable through the storm.
Tiger warrior statue.
I know, that's
on top of a mountain.
Like on top of a cliff face, like ocean waves crashing against it. You know? I'm sure I pictured other things as well. But that's the one that comes to mind that I remember very like, oh, that's such a strange image, but I like it. You know, it really resonated with me on like power and femininity, softness at the same time, but no matter how the waves crash around you, you're there.
Tiger's warrior.
I know.
Perfect.
Like,
so
animalistic.
What I want to do is I want to take that and then build it into your daily environment. Okay, so what my job is when somebody has a specific practice they'd like to make stronger in their lives, I want to build it into a daily habit, or something that's constantly there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take your tiger warrior statue off a cliff, and think about your sink at home where you wash dishes. What I want you to do is I actually want you to put it the left corner of that sink right above the lip, and then have the tiger warrior statue facing towards the sink where the water spout would come out.
Okay. Like in my imagination?
In your imagination,
Okay.
yes.
Got it.
And so what I like to do is make it stronger by adding in a lot more senses. So let's throw in my image for what I picked for this.
I was going to ask you, what was it?
It was, actually what I thought of was the Hulk.
Oh my gosh.
After he has found peace with the Hulk.
Oh.
You know, I forget exactly what the actor's name is, horrible with movies and everything.
Ruffalo.
Huh?
The Ruffalo guy. Mark Ruffalo did the
What's
latest
his name?
Hulk. Unless it was a different Hulk.
Okay,
He's
Mark
the latest
Ruffalo.
Hulk, I think. That I
Yeah. But yes, he finds peace with it and he's able to like walk around normal.
Awesome.
So like calm strength.
Awesome.
And to tie that in, the movement or physical internalizer for it, which is also a sound, I think would be great to kind of cue that. So think every time now that you wash your dishes, if you wanted to build this into your daily life, you could do those every time you wash your dishes, and then imagine that little statue right there.
And alternatively, like you are touching on how, especially with breathing practices, obviously you're not going to close your eyes, but anytime you feel like you need to connect to that, like you're building the habit every time at the sink for me.
Yes.
But then for me, thinking in terms of like the yoga therapy side, anytime you feel anxious, anytime you feel stressed, disconnected to that, if you're driving, if you're in a meeting, if you're whatever you are, or if you want to go into the bathroom to do it, nobody can hear you sniffing, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that, like I've had clients do that to great effect. They're like, I was at a party, I went in, I did my nostril breathing, or did this breathing, and it worked.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I love that.
Yeah, and the idea is to build that option into every day. Yeah. Cool. God bless. Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.